You step off the bus at the Fire Academy on a Monday morning in August. 43 candidates in your class. By graduation, there will be 31. You don't apply to be a firefighter, you test for it. Written exam, then physical. Climb 6 flights wearing a 50-pound vest. Drag a 175-pound dummy across pavement. Swing a sledgehammer until your shoulders give out. Miss the cutoff time by 1 second, and you wait 6 months to try again. 18 weeks of learning how to enter buildings that want to kill you. How to read smoke, force doors, search rooms in zero visibility. You train in the burn building while instructors light controlled fires, and you crawl through smoke so thick you can't see your gloved hand in front of your face. A candidate quits during a live burn, stands up and walks out. No explanation. The instructors say nothing. You graduate on a Friday. They pin your badge. Engine Company 12. You report Monday at 0700 hours. You are a probationary firefighter, the lowest rank. Everything you learned was theory. Now comes reality. Your first shift is 24 hours. You arrive early. The station smells like diesel, coffee, and smoke embedded in the walls. The crew sizes you up. 3 firefighters, 1 engineer, 1 captain. You'll prove yourself or you won't. The captain hands you a broom. You sweep the bay, mop the kitchen, check every compartment on the truck. You memorize where everything lives because when tones drop at 3 in the morning, you have 90 seconds to be dressed and moving. Your first call is medical. Elderly male, difficulty breathing. You assist with oxygen and vital. Back at the station, the captain tells you 3 things you missed. You write them down. Your first fire comes 6 days in. Residential structure, heavy smoke. You're assigned to ventilation. On the roof with a firefighter named Torres who carries a chainsaw. And he cuts through while you widen the hole with a pike pole. Smoke pours out like a chimney. Afterward, Torres tells you about the fire that killed his partner. Floor collapse, fell into the basement. They recovered the body 6 hours later. He says it flatly. Then, stay aware, stay alive. You don't sleep that night. 18 months in, you've completed probation. You've run 400 calls. Fires, medical emergencies, car accidents, overdoses. You've held pressure on wounds. Outperformed CPR on a teenager whose heart stopped. Pulled families from smoking apartments. You've also scraped a motorcyclist off Highway 12. The helmet was 30 feet from the body. That night you sat in your truck for an hour before going inside. Your wife asked if you were okay. You said yes, you weren't. The fires blur together, but each one is different. You respond to a warehouse fire at midnight, fully involved when you arrive. Flames through the roof. You spend 6 hours pouring water on a building that's already lost. You shower afterward and the water runs black. You eat breakfast and the tones drop again. House fire. You suit up and go. 24 hours on, 48 off. The days off are supposed to be rest. Sometimes you lie awake replaying call. The ones that went wrong. The ones that almost went wrong. Your wife notices you're distant. You're here, but you're not here. You don't know how to explain that part of you is still in the warehouse, still on Highway 12, still in every burning structure, wondering if this is the one that doesn't let you back out. 5 years in, you test for engineer, driver operator. You pilot a 40,000-pound engine through intersections at 60 miles per hour and operate the pump that supplies water to attack lines. 52 applicants tested, 8 passed. You're one of 8. Your first shift as engineer at Engine 19, you're responsible for a $400,000 truck and 5 lives. The first time you drive to a working structure fire, your hands are white on the wheel. You position the engine, drop the supply line, charge the attack line. You're at the pump panel watching gauges, pressure, flow, temperature, radio traffic. We need more pressure, give us 20 more PSI. You adjust the throttle. Oh, those numbers represent your crew's ability to extinguish the fire. Get it wrong and people die. The fire is knocked down in 18 minutes. No injuries. That night, your wife tells you she's pregnant. The joy comes with fear. You've seen what this job does to families. The divorces, the missed birthdays, the kids with emotionally absent parents. You promise yourself you'll be different. You don't know yet that everyone makes that promise. And everyone breaks it eventually. 9 years on. You test for lieutenant, company officer, the person who makes life and death decisions in hallways filled with smoke and chaos. You study for 6 months. You memorize pre-fire plans, study line-of-duty death reports written in blood. 19 candidates tested, 4 passed. Your first working fire as lieutenant is a 3-story commercial building. Heavy fire showing. The battalion chief assigns you ventilation and primary search. You push through the front door crawling in zero visibility. You find a victim. Unconscious male. You call it out. The floor feels wrong, soft, spongy. The fire has compromised the structure. You make the call. Truck 7 backing out. out. Floor is compromised. Your crew protests. The search isn't complete. You repeat the order. Out. Now. 30 seconds after you exit, the second floor collapses into the first. The sound is like a bomb. No one was inside because you pulled them out. The battalion chief nods. That nod means you made the right call. That night your hands shake. Not because of what happened, because of what almost happened. Your daughter is 3. You hold her and think about the floor that almost killed you and the crew that would have died with you. This is what the rank costs. The decisions, the weight, the knowledge that every call could get someone killed or save their life. 14 years in, you run a station, 15 firefighters under your command. The station becomes your second home, 24-hour shifts. Sometimes you work 48 straight. Your crew looks to you for everything. A firefighter on your crew is drinking. You smell it. You send him home. He files a grievance. 6 months later, he comes to your office sober, thanks you, says you saved his life. You respond to a house fire at 0200 hours. Reports of occupants trapped. You arrive and coordinate when you hear a child screaming from the back bedroom. Your firefighters haven't reached that room yet. The fire is spreading. You grab a Halligan tool and go in. You're a captain. You're supposed to command from outside, but there's a child screaming and your crew is 60 seconds away. You find her, 6 years old, unconscious. You drag her out. Paramedics work on her. She survives. The battalion chief pulls you aside. What you did was heroic. It was also against protocol. It's in your file now. Your old lieutenant calls that night, tells you about a captain who died making a similar call 10 years ago. Went in alone. Floor collapsed. The message is clear. You got lucky. Luck runs out. But the alternative was a dead 6-year-old. This is the impossible math of command. 19 years in, you ride in a command vehicle. You respond to every working fire and orchestrate from outside. You assign companies, establish strategy, manage resources. A 4-alarm fire in a 16-story high-rise. Fire on the 8th floor spreading upward. You establish command, call for mutual aid, track personnel. The fire burns for 7 hours. 4 firefighters injured, non-life-threatening. No civilian casualties. The after-action review takes 3 days. Every decision analyzed. You justify everything because at this level, everything requires justification. You're in meetings constantly. Budget, planning, policy. You wear a suit more than turnout gear. You miss the trucks. You miss the simplicity. Your wife files for divorce. 20 years of marriage. You've been married to the job longer than to her. She's not wrong. Your kids are in high school. You've missed most of their lives. The soccer games, the school plays. You were on shift. You were at a fire. The divorce is finalized on a Tuesday. You sign papers between meetings. You feel something crack inside, but there's work to do. This is the cost. Everyone warned you. You let it happen anyway. 24 years in. You oversee 4 battalions, 32 stations, over 400 firefighters. Your decisions affect thousands. You approve budgets, implement policy, testify before city council. You're a politician now as much as a firefighter. A line of duty death. A firefighter falls through a roof, dies before paramedics reach him. You knock on the door at 0300 hours. His wife answers. She sees your face and knows. You deliver the news. She collapses. You hold a stranger while she screams. You attend the funeral. Full honors, bagpipes, a procession stretching for miles. You give the eulogy. Talk about service and sacrifice. The words don't bring comfort. They never do. You write the incident report that will be used to prevent the next death. There will be a next death. There always is. You've been doing this 24 years and you're tired. Your doctor says your blood pressure is dangerous. You're at risk for a heart attack. You add it to the list of things you'll deal with later. Later never comes. 28 years in. The highest rank. You oversee everything. You're not a firefighter anymore. You're an executive. Suit every day. City council meetings, community forums. You manage an $80 million budget. A firefighter is accused of misconduct, multiple complaints. You terminate him. The union grieves it. An arbitrator overturns your decision on a technicality. He's reinstated. The women who came forward feel betrayed. The public questions your leadership. You implement new policies, promise it won't happen again, but trust is broken. Your health is failing. High blood pressure, diabetes, chronic pain, 7 medications. Your doctor says retire. You're 51 and feel 70. You announce your retirement. 30 years. The department throws a ceremony, speeches, awards. You smile and accept accolades. Inside, you're thinking about the ones you didn't save, the marriages that ended, the kids who grew up without you. You You turn in your badge. You drive away from headquarters for the last time. You don't look back. Oh, somewhere right now, a 17-year-old stares at a poster. Firefighters raising a ladder against a burning building. The caption reads, "Make a difference. Save lives." He doesn't know what it costs. The calls that will haunt him. The body. The children he won't save. The marriages that will end. The nights he'll wake up gasping, convinced he's still in the smoke. He doesn't know about the funerals. The colleagues who'll drink themselves to death because they can't carry it anymore. The knees that will give out. The lungs that will never be clean. The cancer from decades of breathing toxins. He just knows that poster looks heroic. That running into burning buildings sounds like purpose. That saving lives sounds like the most important thing a person can do. He's not wrong. He's also not prepared. But nobody ever is. He fills out the application. He studies for the test. He shows up on the first day with 42 other candidates who all think they're different. They won't be. Some will become the best versions of themselves. Will pull people from death. Will make decisions that save lives. Some will be broken by it. Will carry invisible scars. Will lose themselves in the work. The poster doesn't show that part. The poster shows the hero. The reality is more complicated, but the kid doesn't know that yet. He just knows he wants to be a firefighter. He'll learn the rest. They always do. The academy starts Monday. He'll be there. The cycle begins.